What's up, y'all? Welcome to Country with Noah, or welcome back. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Sicario 1, Taylor Sheridan's Sicario 1. So, Taylor Sheridan wrote the script for this movie, and Denis Villeneuve, the guy who directed Dune and Prisoners and is going to direct the next James Bond movie, um, directed this movie. So this movie's written by Taylor Sheridan, who you guys know. I've said I'm gonna cover everything that this dude makes on this channel for the rest of my life, and I am a man of my word. And this movie is incredible, man. So let me just go over this cast with y'all really quick. So Josh Brolin, Emily Blunt, Doticio, or Doticio, Del Toro, um, um, John Bernthald's in it, and yeah, like that right there is a stacked cast. Doticio Del Toro, um, and um, so this movie is about so I guess you could say there's two lead characters. There's Alejandro, played by Denicio El Toro, Denicio El Toro, and then there's Kate, played by Emily Blunt. So, actually there's three. So there's Kate, played by Emily Blunt. There's Denicio El Toro, Denicio El Toro's character, Del Toro's character, um, Alejandro, and then there's Keith, played by Josh Brolin. Um, so, like this movie is about so um, and this video will have spoilers in it for this movie because this movie's like I think it's like 7 years old or something like that. But um, they so this movie's about a special unit of like CIA operatives that recruit Kate to go after drug cartels, right? And this one takes place in Mexico. So and Josh Brolin's character Keith recruits Kate to help go after drug cartels because Kate's whole crew, besides one person, gets blown up by a cartel bomb, right? And if this movie takes place in like Phoenix, Arizona, and in like Juarez, which is like a really violent place in Mexico, right? And basically, you find out that Keith is working with somebody, Alejandro, who you think is a cop, right? You think he's a cop, but like Alejandro and Keith don't really get, excuse my language, they don't really give a fuck. They catch the criminals no matter with they don't care how many rules they have to bend. They don't care how many rules they have to break. So like um right, they catch the criminals no matter what. So I guess you can say that Kate is like the good character in this story, but like Taylor is really good at writing characters that are good, but they do really really bad things, like really really bad things. So like I guess you could call Kate like the straight good character in this story, but you understand some of it why Alejandro does all of the stuff he does in this movie, right? Um, so basically, what happens is they recruit Kate, um, and Keith just tells Kate like, "Hey, we recruit you, but just watch, right? Or just like stand back and watch and stuff like that." And Kate's like FBI or SWAT, I forget which one, but I think she's like FBI or something. And um, she she's watching how they do this, and like they um they they capture one of the top lieutenants of the cartel because we're going after the like the leader of the cartel, right? So they capture one of the um, uh, like lead lieutenants of the cartel, and they take the one of the lieutenants back to the base, and then the guy is like, so he's talking to Keith, and Keith is like, um, what do you know? Where's Miguel? I think it's Diaz. Where's Miguel Diaz, the leader of the cartel? And when he goes, no English, no English, no English. So then he's like, okay, maybe you recognize somebody that I have here that will get you to talk. So, you have Alejandro, and Del Toro is a phenomenal actor. Like, he's done a lot of things. He was he's done a lot of things over his career, but this may be the coolest thing I've personally seen him in. So, um, he walks in. He walks in and is like, he's talking to his one of his friends that's a cop, and he's like, the cop is like, I'm sorry for what happened to you, right? Because Kate is a new fish. Like, yes, she's law enforcement, but she's not like what Keith and what Keith and Alejandro do. So, like, she's law enforcement, but Kate follows the law to the letter, right? Basically, like, and Keith and Alejandro don't, and then like you see this big water jug in Alejandro's hand, like this massive water jug in Alejandro's hand, and he he comes in the room. Like, first he does like this creepy, I can't whistle, but he does this creepy, like, or I'm coming for you whistle, right? And the cartel guy knows who he is, and you can see the fear in his face. And when he's like, he asks him in Spanish, like, where's Miguel Diaz, right? Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And then he's like, and then Keith goes like, I think I'm gonna walk out. So he turn. I'm gonna walk out because I'm gonna let you two reacquaint with each other. So Keith turns off the security camera and like sits on the table, and the guy's looking at him, and he's Keith is like, I I I didn't know. I thought you couldn't speak English, Mike. He doesn't say my guy, but I'm gonna say my guy. I thought you didn't speak English, my guy. Then they don't show this, but then like why Alejandro brought in that big water jug is they waterboarded one of the cartel lieutenants to tell them the information because they have to find a way to catch all these cartel guys, and they know the cartel guys cross the border, but they don't know where. So they find out that location, and then uh, they all go on a operation to catch the cartel guy, but uh, like Kate sees Kate sees how these guys don't care about rules, right? So she tries to turn them in, and stuff like that. Almost gets killed by John Bernthal makes an appearance in this movie, right? Almost gets killed until Alejandro saves her, and then Alejandro, Kate's partner, Kate, Keith, and like a bunch of SWAT guys go into the tunnels where the cartel guys are, and basically do like a raid, and then like Alejandro takes a cop, like he kidnaps a cop, and like Kate tries to stop him, uh, and Alejandro shoots her in like the chest, so he doesn't kill her, but he basically knocks the wind out of her for a second, and then Keith tells Kate the story of Alejandro. Like Alejandro, he works for the sorry if I'm butchering the Spanish in this movie, guys. I don't speak Spanish. He basically works for the like he basically wants to find the person who killed his family, and they didn't just kill his family. They decapitated his wife's head, and they put his daughter in acid, uh, and stuff like that. So he wants to find the leader of a cartel that did this to him, because what we know about Alejandro up until this point is he used to be a lawyer. He used to be an attorney, right? And like you, like throughout the movie, you're like, how does Alejandro know how to do all this stuff if he was an attorney? Turns out that once his family got killed, Alejandro's main mission in life was to hunt down the people who done it and help and and get them in any way necessary. So um so Alejandro kidnaps this cop, and he he has a gun to his head, and he's like they go after the second in command lieutenant, and like they stop him, and Alejandro's like, do what you say, do what I say, or your son dies, and whatever. And while this is going on, like, again, Taylor's really good at showing you all characters' perspectives, right? So you have the father and the son perspective, like the cop and his son, the cop that Alejandro kidnaps, and then you have Alejandro's perspective. So Alejandro is like, you don't do anything that I say, I kill your son, right, and stuff like that, and then so they go after they get this cartel guy. Turns out that Alejandro was just using the cop, because Alejandro, again, he had some fucked up stuff happen to him, but uh, he's not a cop. He worked for the cartel, right? So he shoots and kills the cop, right? And he shoots the like second in command cartel guy in the leg, and is like, if you do anything, um, 20 men will violate your daughters, right? And yeah, 20 men will violate your daughters, right? And so then he takes the dude, he takes the second in command to the house so he can get the main cartel boss's house, so he can get in, kills the bodyguards, kills the guy that he took into the house so he could get in, because they're like security gates and stuff like that. So he's like hiding in the back, pointing a gun to the back of the the second in command cartel guy's head, and he kills the cartel guy that he's with. He kills all the bodyguards, and then he's like, um, he walks in, and he's like, he like the main cartel guy Miguel is sitting with his the guy who leads the cartel is sitting with his family, and is like, um, just eat and we'll get through this. And he's like, you're not gonna can't prove this. Right? And he goes, do your kids speak English? Or do your children speak English? And he goes, no. So he goes, let's speak in English. And he goes, it wasn't personal what I did to your wife and child. And he goes, Alejandro goes, it was personal for me. Turns out that like, and I saw this part coming. He kills uh, Miguel's whole family and then kills Miguel. And then, this is how crazy this dude is, alright? Then he goes back to the cop, Kate, and is like, I need you to sign this to to say that we did everything that you, me, Keith, and your partner did was all legal and was all good, right? And she doesn't want to sign it. So he points a gun, like he's like, then it's just as easy to make this look like you killed yourself, right? Or you eliminated yourself. And he has the gun to her head and is like, sign it. So she signs it, and then she almost kills him, but like, Kate may not agree with what Alejandro does, but like, Alejandro is a good guy, right? He does some very, 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 very bad things, but he is a good guy. So yeah, this movie is incredible, man. Like, Taylor Sheridan, you guys know what I think of Taylor Sheridan. I made him a pillar of this channel for a reason, right? Like, this dude, I will watch everything that this dude makes and review everything that this dude makes on the channel for the rest of my life. But this movie is incredible. Like, I didn't see the twist coming, the twist that I just told you about, that Alejandro worked for the cartel and now he's basically the Punisher for the cartel now, right? But yeah, like, for me, this movie really impressed me. Like, this movie has a stacked cast. Again, Emily Blunt, Josh Brolin, um, Benicio del Toro, um, um, John Bernthal in it for like a few minutes, right? Like, it's a very stacked cast. It's directed by Denis Villeneuve, who's one of the two best filmmakers working today, between him and Christopher Nolan, in my opinion. Um, and between him, Christopher Nolan, and James Gunn, in my opinion, it's written by the best writer and producer of all time, in my opinion, Taylor Sheridan. And yeah, guys, if you haven't seen this movie, Sicario, watch it. Watch it. And I will probably be reviewing Sicario 2 at some point because they are working on a third one. So yeah, like, for me, I loved this movie. Taylor Sheridan doesn't miss, right? At least so far, he hasn't missed in everything that I've seen him produce and write and all that stuff. And yeah, like, for me, I would give this movie like a 9.5 out of 10. And yeah, thank you so much for all your support, and I hope you have a great day. God bless you guys, and thank you for watching. Oh yes, and guys, I have a lot of music to break down. I still have to catch up on a few things like Mayor of Kingstown and Tulsa King. But I have a lot of music to break down. To review this weekend, or leading into next week and this weekend, because Kelsey Ballerini's coming out with a new song and then a new EP next week. Brad Paisley's coming out with a Christmas album tomorrow. Jason Aldean's coming out with a new song tomorrow. Um, uh, and yeah, there's gonna be a lot of music coverage, either this weekend or leading into next week. And yeah, so thank y'all so much for all your support, and I hope you have a great day. God bless you guys, and thank you for watching, and goodbye.